Who is CJay before he dedicated his life to helping the homeless?
I want to offer you a job. Are you willing to work?
I am willing to work.
Who was he before he accumulated 600,000 followers on Instagram, 3.3 million on TikTok, and 1.8 million subscribers on YouTube? Before he had the cops called on him for no reason.
I got security. They're gonna call the cops. I'm doing all this for you guys.
Before he got himself out of poverty. Before he faced online hate from so many people for just trying to help. What he is doing for the world is a massive deal. He's making a huge impact on people's lives and helping people get out of bad situations. He faces trials and tribulations. The police stopped him for questioning. He even had to dodge real-life bullets flying his way. He promises to change people's lives, and he really does. He also always follows up with people that he's helping. For someone to go through a hard upbringing themselves and not fall into a victim mindset but want to help others through their hard times is beyond admirable. It would just be so great to meet him in person and pick his brain on how he grew up, his values, important advice he could share with us. Here it is, guys. He took time out of his day to meet with us and give an interview. Not only is he a kind heart, but he was so humble despite the fame. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to Before They Were Famous. I'm here with CJay, who has dedicated his entire life to helping the homeless. We're gonna ask him some questions, and we're super grateful he's here. First, we want to know, we see you traveling all over the GTA.
Right.
Where do you call home?
So I call home basically Toronto. Toronto's my city. I'm here. So that's where I call home.
Represent. We also want to know, what was your childhood like?
So growing up, if you're talking about childhood, we could go all the way back till when I was 10 years old. It was rough. I never felt like I fit in. There was always a place where I'm just you know what, I don't fit in, so I created my own space. And that's followed me here. And this is why I do what I do.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And what about going into high school?
So going into high school, I was always the shy, quiet one. That's because I actually got bullied in high school. A lot of people don't know that. And that shaped me too. So a lot of videos that I have is going against bullying, and this is why. I was bullied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so interesting.
I was actually bullied for having an English accent. Go figure, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny now, looking back on it, that I got bullied for having a British accent. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah, bullying's terrible. It's good you bring awareness to it now.
I'm trying.
And what were your parents like?
So my parents were old school. My dad actually worked 3 to 4 jobs just to put food on the table. I saw them struggling. And going back again, a lot of people say, why do you do what you do? Well, I've been through that life. I lived that life. So my dad worked 3, 4 jobs. My mom worked 2 jobs, and it was just constantly go, go, go. Back in those days, parents were not really worried about spending time with the kids, more about food on the table. They could pick. Either they spent time with us, or they put food on the table. They chose to put food on the table.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, amazing. And how are they now?
Now they're okay. They chill. My dad still works every single day. We told him retire, but he just wants to keep on working. He wants a purpose.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. We want to ask you about the drama that you faced trying to help people, dealing with the police, being harassed. What else has happened, and how do you deal with that?
So basically, how do I deal with that is don't worry too much. You know what I mean? I've been in handcuffs. We've been arrested. But we're gonna keep on fighting, because in my mind, what I'm doing is absolutely not wrong. So if in my mind I'm not wrong, in my world I'm not wrong. So if somebody has a problem with that, that's not my problem, that's their problem. You putting me in handcuffs, it just shows me that I got too much work to do here.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome. When did you first get into the content creation world?
So I was always giving back, but it's not till COVID hit where one of my friends are like, listen, you give back all the time, why don't you just film it, because there's so much negativity going on right now, so do something positive and show it. So we did that. We actually put a video up, and I think it was at Dundas Square in Toronto, and we put Love or Money. That video overnight went to 40 million views.
Wow.
Across the world, and everybody in every country, they would start doing it. Love or money? Because if you think about it, it's a simple question. Love or money? What would you pick? No one's ever asked that question until now.
Absolutely. What was the majority of the answers?
A lot of people said money.
Wow.
A lot of people said without money you can't have love, but I don't believe in that.
Right.
I honestly don't. Love should not be based on how much money someone has.
Absolutely. You always choose love.
Always.
What inspired you to start helping the people that are less fortunate than yourself?
I grew up less fortunate.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So that's exactly why I did that. When I grew up, I saw all my friends. I saw how happy they were. I saw all the new little toys and gadgets they had. They had Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I didn't have any of that, right? So growing up, I had that spot in my heart. It's just like, listen, if I could do it one day, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to give back. And it's not even about giving back, it's about bringing that feeling to people. That's forever. Me giving a couple of $100 or me giving a prize or some kind of gift to somebody is not about that. It's about the emotion that's tied with it. That's gonna go with them forever. That's forever.
Absolutely. And you're doing like really amazing things. Like you're giving people a place to stay, you're offering people like jobs, really changing people's lives.
We're trying, but as you guys know, when you do something that's outside of the box, you're gonna get hate. And I think all your viewers probably know already what happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We also wanted to know, like, what was the most heartbreaking encounter that you experienced?
One of the things that really followed me is where there were 3 kids. Their mom was basically murdered right before Christmas. And those kids had to go live with their mom's sister. And we came in and we gave them a bunch of Christmas presents and decorations. And I asked the kid, I said, what do you want for Christmas? And she looked at me and she goes, my mom.
Oh.
That was it for me. That broke me inside. And every Christmas now, that just hits me in my heart. Like I get choked up talking about it. So that's what stayed with me.
That's horrible.
Yeah, because you can't bring your parent back. You can't bring somebody back who's passed on. That's what I mean. Love or money? Love. Because your money's not going to replace anybody that you love in your life.
100%. What does your family think of all your successes?
So my family, they love what I'm doing, but what they don't love is all the drama that I'm getting into. As you know, we've been arrested, we have so much attention by the police, and it's not the good type of attention that we want. So that's where they're kind of struggling with it. They love the fact that I'm helping people, but they don't love how I'm being in handcuffs for it either.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That would be scary to a parent.
Yeah.
What plans do you have for the future? Like, do you think your videos are eventually going to land you on Netflix?
I don't want to say, but we are talking to a bigger company right now, and I've told them from the start, I said the only way that I'm going to do it if we stay real. Like, all my content has to be real and we'll post it. Because as you know, a lot of big companies, they script things. I told them, if you're going to script it, I don't want it. So we'll see, guys. You guys, maybe there's something coming up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anybody that's struggling?
My advice to you guys is do what you want to do and never give up. Because the whole world is going to go against you and tell you you can't do it. But you can do it, I promise you. I'm telling you right now from my own experience. When you do something positive in your life, no one's going to stand beside you. But the second you do something negative, the whole world will be there to pick on you and tell you, oh, what you did was wrong. So you know what? You do you. Go for it. Don't worry about the world.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful advice. Guys, if you haven't, check him out. He's amazing. Super humble dude. Thank you so much for coming all the way here and doing this interview.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, stay positive, stay happy, and check out CJay. He's a fabulous, dynamic dude.
Thank you.
So there you have it, guys. CJay is an incredible person who grew up in need, which inspired him to help those in need. He was bullied, he faced issues with the police. People still hate online for no reason, but he is still going strong, passionate and determined to make a change in the world. Thank you for checking out Before They Were Famous. I hope you enjoyed this interview. I hope you enjoyed this segment. Have an incredible day.